This is Beyond the Veil with Norman Meredith.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Norman coming from Pickens, South Carolina tonight, and my beautiful co-host Jackie from her lunar observatory on the far side of the moon, where she's watching the constellations line up for some kind of eclipse or planetary alignment that might change things.
Planetary alignment.
Yes, planetary alignment. That's a one-lifetime event, isn't it?
Actually, it happens about every 7 years, I think. And
Okay.
all the planets line up and do the thing. But it's still cool. It's still an event. And if you've never seen it before, get out there and use a telescope and maybe you might find some aliens.
Yeah, that's tonight's topic. We're going to talk about aliens in the movies and TV shows. How about that?
Ooh, yeah, let's do this.
Now, I went back and I had to do a little bit of Google searching for some of the aliens starting back in the 1950s. Where they wore the rubber suits and they looked monstrous. Do you ever see some of these aliens from the 1950s?
Yeah, I've watched a few flicks. Yeah.
Big rubber costumes. Some look horrible and manifest themselves with appendages, giant teeth, and they're just a horrible looking thing. The worst thing you could think you'd ever run into for an alien. And then
back then, that's kind of scary.
And then there was the human type ones, which are probably even more scarier than the alien ones. I remember watching a few where some human-like aliens come down to do things, and some of them were good, some were bad. I think one of my best favorites was The Day the Earth Stood Still back in the 50s.
I love that movie. Oh my God.
It's a classic. And
yes,
I have to say,
classic.
Keanu Reeves did a good job in the remake, but I did not like how it went, personally. I think they totally, they went too new age on it, my personal thought. But a human-like alien comes to Earth because he's a galactic marshal or something of that sort, and he has a giant robot bodyguard, protector, soldier, fighter, warrior, apprentice, whatever you want to call it. But they made a good point by showing how aliens could be us. And then I remember another series from TV. You remember The Invaders?
Oh, yeah. I think, was that? I don't know. I'm going to be like, I got a lot of films in my head. I remember the Body Snatchers, too. I mean...
Oh, yeah. I remember that, watching the pod people, the giant pods, and then the people come. Those were great Friday and Saturday night movies.
They were fabulous. Saturday afternoon, watching these flicks like, I don't know, monster movies like Godzilla and all that kind of thing going on. Superhost, give me back my suit.
Or how about this one? Now, this one's a classic, and I have it both in the modern and the original. Invaders from Mars. Now, I have a video. It says Invaders 1 and 2. If Ed can find it, he's going to pop up Invaders 1 and 2. It's of a alien and a green aliens and a alien. Yeah, that's the first one from from Invaders from Mars. You remember that scene?
That. Yes.
And I've got one of the boss alien in a jar that should be just before that one, Ed. If you downloaded it in order, if it come out that way, look for a green alien that looks like an octopus with a giant head. There we go. Do you remember this guy?
Oh, wow.
Now, I have to say, personally speaking, when they did the remake, with the exception of the big monster aliens, it was great. I like the difference in the new aliens that they did in Invaders from Mars. But, this went with the old theme from back in the 50s, that they were green.
Yes.
It was a wonderful film. I love it to this day. And I'd highly recommend it. If you ever want to watch a alien type movie, I recommend watching Invaders from Mars. And if you can find it, watch the black and white edition first. It's freaking phenomenal.
The classics are so much better because they just give you that feeling of just pure imagination. And I mean, when I was little and I was watching it used to scare the crap out of me, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
but it's good. It's all good fun, and you get to get scared for a little bit, and then as as I grew older, I learned how they put some of these things together, and it's quite phenomenal how that works.
Do you remember the movie, what was the name of it, where we had the giant spaceships from Mars attacking? War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Yes. Now, you
Now, I
remember...
didn't mind the remake on that one.
I didn't watch some of the remakes. I like the
But I like
classic.
the classic.
Now, Ed, if you can find this alien with 3 eyes, it's green, blue, and red. Because you remember in that movie, War of the Worlds, we didn't get to see this creature until near the end of the movie. And that gave us another spin on what a Martian would look like, possibly.
Absolutely. And what I like too is that they gave the essence that there was this creature that was absolutely going to like eviscerate you.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the end, you finally get to see it evolve. And I mean, right now, thinking about all of the more advanced films I've watched on alien theory, and really cool fun movies, that doesn't look so scary. But back in the day, we didn't know, and
scared the snot out of you on Friday, Saturday night.
Heck
Popcorn
yeah,
went flying.
Absolutely.
You mentioned the in Body Snatchers. I have a black and white picture, if Ed can find it, of a man leaning over a pod.
Oh no.
Okay, he's looking for it. Give him a second here. If you can read the captions underneath, it should say Body Snatchers, if you can find it. Okay. It's black and white. Hold on a second. I'm going to show Ed something here.
Oh, wow.
Yep, he's found it. Or he's about to find it. Or I hope he's going to find it. But yeah, I remember that one because it was the thing about the pod people. And it was probably more suspenseful than it was. It was just built on suspense because you really never seen the people. All you seen was these giant pea pods, I guess you'd call them. Okay, I guess it didn't come through on the upload on his part, so we don't have the picture of the Body Snatchers. But I do have another one if you can find it. It's I have a giant rubber-suited alien called the Booglich. Looks like a giant asparagus or vegetable
gone wrong.
Yeah,
He's really ticked off.
I think this one was from the movie called It from Space, and it came from Venus. And what it did was it turned off all the power to cars and electricity and everything else in its quest to take over the world.
Dun, dun, dun.
And believe it or not, the only thing I suppose that could stop it was this guy holding a little small can flamethrower. Or torch.
He was doing. What are you doing? Trying to get some yummy.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, that was the only thing that could kill the creature. It was the torch. I mean, a squad of soldiers showed up and they're shooting, the M1 Garlands, and they're just poking holes in this thing and it couldn't do nothing.
That's awesome. That's good fun. I mean, like if you're a little kid and you want to, your parent or parental want to give your little kid some fun, play that for them.
But we're going to start popping up some, and I'm going to try to remember to name them off which movies they came from. All right, here's your favorite. Where did it come from?
That's a predator.
Yes, that's a predator alien. Now those are nasty ones. I got to give credit. Go ahead.
I loved the way they put this look together. Not in doing the special effects, it is formed in a most perfect way. Everything looks proportional. Everything has its own feel and movement. The mouthpieces, everything did the entire feel of it. It was amazing.
Ed, pull up some of the other ones if they're right next to it. And you know,
Look at that.
just the character created, the brilliance in creating this is just amazing.
Yes.
You know, just how the character, the different, and then the variations, just like people, in their facial looks, skin color.
I appreciated that too, that they didn't just make it all one kind of look to it, and there was different color variation, exactly as you said, just like humans. And
You know, and I've been watching some videos over the years, okay, of suspicious creatures in trees and stuff that were cloaked, and they looked humanoid. You know what they made me think of?
that,
Predators.
and I ain't kidding you. I
Yes.
am not kidding you.
Yes.
You know, you and I have both seen some
Interesting
some
stuff.
footage that has been sent out from across the globe, and they're looking more like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes you. So it makes you put. It was like they made these movies for a purpose to let people know they
You
exist,
know,
but
and
we
that's
can't tell you.
right there. Right there. I don't do a whole lot of conspiracy people. People that have been watching this know I don't do that, but I'm gonna tell you,
You believe it?
with all of those films that have been getting to the pinnacle of like this Predator film,
Right. Yeah.
which is a great film. You gotta go see it. It's good. And all of the, especially recent footage that we've been having from UFOs, that we've got our government going, hey, this stuff is real. We've caught this. It's on film. We've seen it coming out of the water. We've seen it coming out of the sky. We've seen it materializing. We've seen it cloaked. I mean, I can't believe that they are all unmanned
Yeah.
or unoccupied
Right.
somehow.
The time for that has already passed. They're doing the humanoid.
Yeah, the horse let out of the barn. It's
Exploration.
running down the street and all. There is something going on. And yes, I don't normally get all wound out, but I'm wound out.
All right, Ed, bring up the next candidate on here so we can talk about what it may be. Now, do you remember this creature?
Yes, but I don't remember the name of it.
It's the Gorn from Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry had a very, very vivid imagination when he created Star Trek, the original series back in the 60s.
Do you know he used to do meditation, and that he was very, very into astral plane
And that's how he
going
got
out?
the inspiration. That is how he supposedly got the inspiration of doing this. Do you know who?
For the whole Star Trek thing?
Mm-hmm. Do you know who backed him up in Star Trek?
NASA.
No. Lucy Ball.
No, not NASA.
Lucy Ball did.
Oh, yes. And later they got on track, but
She
absolutely,
did it because
she's amazing.
she believed in his vision of what lied out there in the
And
technology.
they had a lot of people that looked at his stuff and said, "You got to be out of your gourd." And we're going to get people that are going to be from all of these different alien races, and they're all going to act like a team on this one starship. That's impossible. It's garbage. But she looked at it. Lucille Ball looked at it and said, "This is the silver tuna. It's got everything that we need." And it also put women in positions of authority. And Uhura.
And what
her
else
name
did it do was multi-ethnicity crew.
Yes.
That was the first. And I believe James Kirk or William Shatner broke all taboos and records when he kissed the actress that played Uhura on the TV series.
Yes,
He set the
did.
first
And
kiss in the movies for a black actress.
made people,
Crazy.
in particular sects of people, lose their mind.
Oh yeah.
That was almost the same. That was almost the same kind of thing that happened when Night of the Living Dead came out.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a number of sections of that film that were very contemporary for the time and very taboo.
Right.
And people were walking out of the studio losing their mind because they could not handle the concept of that being something where we could head to.
Right. All right, Ed, bring up some more. See what we got here. These are from Space 1999. I don't remember which aliens these were.
Moses, that was a good show.
That was a great TV series. It was actually supposed to be this third season of UFO, but UFO canceled, so they took all the work they did for the third season of UFO and made it into Space 1999. And then they added aliens.
That was a great cast too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've got a few photos that we'll be seeing on and off because they're not in order, but this was from one of the aliens in Space 1999. So if you're ever looking for something to watch on Tubi or Prime, look up Space 1999. It's 2 seasons long, and I gotta tell you, it is as realistic as it can come for space.
For that time.
Yes, for that time.
Space travel and the whole bit.
Yes. The equipment, the craft, the spacesuits. It was almost like they were pulling it off the rack from somebody using it.
Yeah. You know, and I got to tell you about, we are only finding out about technology that they discovered or figured out 20, 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. They're 20, 30 years in advance already doing some pretty incredible things, and I'm excited to see where they're going to be going because I hear that they have figured out how to work warp drive. Yes,
they have. They're working on it. Now, if they're saying it, they already got it. We already know that. You and I both know that.
Our listeners are not stupid. We know what the deal is.
Mm-hmm. Within the next probably 10 years, then they'll come out with the first FTL drive ship, and it'll be, we're going to go to stars, but we already got, excuse me, folks, I want to be honest with y'all. We've got bases in other planets already.
Yes, we do.
There's a base on the far side of the moon. There's bases on Mars.
Yes.
They're there. Okay? Our technology is there.
We have officials that are out saying that these things are happening, and people are starting to wake up and see that what we've been spoon-fed is not really the way it is.
Anti-gravity was developed back in the 1890s, if I recall right, by an inventor here in the United States, and then all his patents and everything else disappeared. And it wasn't Tulsa.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, he had designed a actual spacecraft and everything else, and it was not Tulsa. It was another gentleman. I think it was 1890s. One guy started the process, another guy in the early 1900s, and then late 1920s, 1930s, improved the manipulation of anti-gravity, and eventually became a state secret. Mm-hmm. All right, Ed, let's throw up some more pictures here. All right,
and there are patents for it too. Just throw that in there.
Oh yeah, this is from Resident Alien. It's a sci-fi comedy on Sci-Fi Channel, Netflix. I've personally never watched it, but I think
I've seen 1 or 2 episodes.
It's supposed to be funny as heck, and I figured he was a good contender to bring up here tonight to show as a alien living among us.
I wish I remember his name, but that's a good photo. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I think it was pretty good. They used it as a cover on this Netflix screen for when he does for the show as Resident Alien. But yeah, and he uses a form of camouflage. I don't know if you'd call it like a gecko would use, or it's
to be able to morph.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if it's technology or a natural, ability. But it's said that the lizard race and some other aliens can do this very same thing. Yeah.
All right. So Linda Moulton Howe, you know who she is, right?
Yes, I do.
You've heard the name.
Yes, she did. She was a big advocate on cattle mutilations, and then went there into UFO experiences, hidden bases, and a lot of things of that nature. She was an investigative journalist. who originally cut her teeth on the cattle mutilations. I think it was in New Mexico or Colorado, one of those two states. I forget which state. But yeah, she died about a year or two ago.
Oh man, her research and her ability to be able to talk to people that were up in the top levels of government, to be able to have these discussions about the fact that they're here, they've been here for probably all along, and absolutely one of the primary, yes, absolutely. And those pyramids, I'm going to tell you, those 3 pyramids that everybody knows about, there's stuff underneath those pyramids, and they're finally starting to do the research that they need, because they're using ground penetrating radar to be able to see what Edgar Cayce was talking about all along. There is all of this knowledge base underneath those pyramids.
Yeah,
they had to come from somewhere.
Well, see, they're also finding the same thing with the Sphinx.
Yes.
There's a hidden chamber over there.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest news here lately. All right, Ed, while we're talking, if you can cycle through some of these pictures as Jack. Now, you recognize this creature from Farscape?
Farscape, yeah.
He was the navigator. The guy that did the Muppets was the creator of him, Hendrix?
Yes.
All right, Ed, keep. Yeah, he did a wonderful series. This is another alien that was on the crew from the Farscape. I mean, they did a phenomenal job.
Look at how human-like, but the cats are supposed to be from
Jim Henson. Her eyes, yeah. But she was a plant.
Yes, but
in the series, she was a plant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was a plant. Mm-hmm.
But your cats, people have cats in the in the house and all of that. They are not originally from here.
No, they're favorites of the gods. All right, you recognize this creature?
Dude.
It's from a 1950s movie called This Island Earth. It was a drone used by these human-like scientists and people on another planet. Look at that big ass head on it. Oops, excuse me, I wasn't supposed to say that word. Beep. Okay, big old head on it. It had claws, and it was a worker drone, and sometimes a warrior. Let's see, here we go. This is from Farscape. Skeletos, I think was his name.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, but he was from Farscape. And let's see, we're going to roll some more here. All right, this is from that island Earth. Now, if you look at the guy in the purple, he's got a receding hairline, but that's how all the male and female aliens looked from that movie in the 1950s. They kidnapped some scientists from America, took them back to their planet to help them try to change things. It didn't work out, and they wound up fleeing their planet because it was being destroyed. All right, you remember this one?
Sinbad.
No, 20 million miles to Earth.
20 million. Okay, got it.
Creature from Venus.
Why it reminded me of that?
But this was just a monster per se, not so much as an alien as a creature. It's just it was a phenomenal movie from back in the 50s. And I think it portrayed a very unique twist on aliens. You know what I'm saying?
Were those still done as claymation?
Yes. Ray Harryhauser, I think it was. He was the claymation master.
Amazing skill.
He also did the giant ants in Them from the 1950s. All right, Ed, let's keep on throwing some out there. We want to show some people some more stuff. All right, you recognize this creature?
No.
This is my favorite from 1950s. The Thing.
Oh, geez, I knew I should.
I like this thing better than the 2 remakes they did, personally. I gotta give them, they gotta modernize it, but you need to go back and do a classic more so on something like this. And the person that played it was Arnett. Arnett was his last name. I can't think of his first name. He played in Gunsmoke.
He was the sheriff in Gunsmoke. Was he wearing lips in that, or did he
yeah. See, originally he looked like a. Originally he was upset with the way he looked, and the director said, "Give him a Frankenstein type head, so he doesn't look like a carrot." Yeah. I like that one. That was a good movie.
It was cool.
Now, these creatures are
yeah.
also from the Star Trek franchise. You know, we got Q, Worf, Vulcan, and a Ferengi. So it gives you a little variation on some of the creatures we see. Let's keep moving it. Let's keep this train rolling here. All right, this is from 1999. This is a monster that basically inhabited derelict ships that it caught in its web. Think like a giant spider. All right, let's see what else we got. And this is from, I can't remember the name of the actor. He was very famous, Peter something from England. He played in this role as an alien humanoid that was on a spaceship traveling to Earth, and they landed on the moon, think they found Earth, and they didn't because the moon wasn't where it was supposed to be. So this shows another variation of alien humanoids. All right, let's keep rolling here. More from the Star Wars universe. We ain't talked about that. You know, you recognize some of the different creatures from the Cantina?
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, the
That's
diversity
fabulous.
just keeps on going. All right, let's keep rolling here, Ed. We're doing good. All right, this is another one from Space 1999. Their skin, if I remember, was like a slightly gold, and they had psychic powers, also from the series 1999. So we're meeting more humanoid-type aliens again in this part of the universe. All right, let's see here. Anytime you want to stop, say something, Jackie. All right, these are from the original Star Trek. These creatures here.
Holy Moses. That, yes. Boy, that brings back some memories.
Oh, yeah.
I like that they have this humanistic feel to it. Now, when I was watching this show called Face Off, where they would make monsters and different kinds of creations that look like they come from other worlds, one of the features about them is that if they had a humanistic feel to them, that it would play more on the subconscious of the person watching it,
Right.
and it would make them feel in some way connected to whatever that creature was.
Exactly.
And that adds to the psychological fright factor.
Definitely. Let's keep going here, Ed. Let's see what else we got lined up. All right, this one is from Space 1999. It was a creature. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was able to camouflage itself, like it could assume human identity, and it would eat people, if I remember right from this series. And it was a horrible.
Hey,
little
dude,
monster.
I got a couple that are lined up. You should come get them.
All right.
Bye.
They're probably fans for Predator. Here we go, another Predator, some Predator art.
I think that is fabulous. Look at that detail on that.
All right, let's keep this train
Wow.
rolling. A little bit more here. Here we go from your movie, The Prey. I had to go
Now,
find it.
Both of these, the human girl and the predator, are both approximately the same age. He is coming here to make his first kill. She is there because she is turning of age.
Right.
And she is proving that she is a warrior.
Right. Okay. All right, Ed, let's keep this rolling here. I'm having too much. All right, you recognize this bad boy. The Xenomorph. The famous.
Freaking scared the crud out of me. When I watched this film, I was like, it has something that is so guttural. It doesn't, it doesn't have like this human aspect to it.
Yeah.
It is
Pure
everything
horror.
that is horrific. They did a fabulous job on this.
This was pure horror. I remember watching it when I was 14 at the movies. All right, let's keep rolling here, Ed.
Yeah.
All right, this is from the Farscape cast. Some more humanoid type aliens. All right, let's keep rolling. The day the world
Classic.
the day the world stood still, like we talked about. All right, it's gonna keep on moving. This is from the movie called Quatermass and the Pit, where the aliens were Martians, but they looked like giant locusts that came to the Earth millions and millions of years ago, around the time of the cavemen, and their spaceship got buried.
I don't trust those bugs. I know there's something about them that
Look it up on YouTube. You can find the movie. Look up Quartermass and the Pit. Awesome movie. All right, Ed, let's keep on going. These are some more from Farscape. That was Dargo and his wife. I used to be a Farscape fan, so I just knew some of the names sometimes.
I think that's super cool.
Yeah,
and then there's Ed.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a monster or an alien or something.
He's
Ed may be trying to tell us something. Baby Yoda!
Probably the cutest.
That's not his name.
Yes, I know. Gorgie or
But Baby Yoda.
But yes, the most famous alien now, to me, next to Alf and Stitch.
Gotta love those two also.
Yes. If we're lucky, before we run out of time, we might get to see Alf and Stitch. I do have them in the queue somewhere. Okay?
Cool.
Okay, some more Star Trek. We recognize Worf and Mr. Spock. We're going to move on.
Spock.
These are from the Farscape cast again. More different variations of characters. No, I'm sorry. Star Trek. Excuse me, Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek.
No, Star Wars.
Sorry. You know what? We're both, I don't know, we drinking something or something. I don't know. What's in this?
My apple cider is actually hard cider. All right, let's
I
keep
love
moving.
that cup.
Farscape cast, where you can see the humanoids and humanoid-like creatures. This is pretty good to give you a variation of what they would look like together. Your creature from Prey.
It's my dude.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, you remember this big red thing?
The Blob.
Yes, Steve McQueen played in his first movie in this role, in the Blob.
And a tribute to Bela Lugosi.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome.
Yes.
At the Colonial Theater.
Yes, I think it was just freaking awesome. Now, this creature is a humanoid alien from the TV series UFO. They had green skin, had to wear pressure suits with like a liquid in there in order to breathe. So it seems like they were using the liquid to breathe. There is a liquid that some deep sea divers use now that they can breathe in, and it's very similar. It's strange that they created this in the TV series back in the 70s and actually have something in use now for the last 20 years at least, maybe 40, because it was used.
Rebreather, I think it's called a rebreather.
No, it's the liquid. You remember the movie Abyss? The divers stuck the rat in this liquid and it was breathing,
and it was able to breathe.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It's supposed to help with deep diving. All right, let's keep on moving. Here's our favorite.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yep, Star Wars. Let's keep rolling some more here. Oh, okay. This one is from. Let's see, which one was this one? This is from from space. This was a 1950 movies where it was showing something like a giant eyeball and just totally eerie and scary. Something that would make you drop your popcorn and go run and hide.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep going here. Let's see. This one's from Space 1999 again. Another humanoid type race. You know, usually its variations is skin color, hair, and facial markings. All right. This one is, Star Wars. I think I found a animated copy of this one. It looks. Just give you a quick shout. Excuse me. I got the burps going on here. All right. Let's roll on to the next one. Alien the Face Hugger.
Oh yeah, they got a couple of actual animals that they found in prehistoric time that
did this
like that.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going because I'm seeing you draw up your face. All right, these are from Star Trek, one of the Next Generations, one of the later in the new series stuff of Star Trek, different aliens and how they would look.
I love watching these different photos from the same series as they evolve.
Yeah.
Into just really, really creative aspects. Look at that.
Yeah, some variations over the years from Star Trek. Some more. I gotta say, I love my Green Orion girls. Those are some hot chicks.
She was something.
Yes. All right. Back to your buddy.
My dude, man. I need that for my wallpaper for my phone. I need that.
I'll send it to you later, okay?
That'd be all coolio. Thank you.
All right, let's keep going. What else we got? Okay, some more from Star... Uh-oh. I didn't realize I had that one in the corner there. This is from Star Wars.
Yes.
All right, let's move this one on real quick.
These are great, though. Look at that.
This is a humanoids from Space 1999. And let's go on to the next one. This one was from Farscape, if I recall right. It was an interesting alien creature, sort of demonic looking if you look at the ears and the way the face looks.
I wonder where I wonder if they took the inspiration from the... Can't remember what the heck the name of the demon is, but I wonder, because it
possible.
kind of sort of looks like that. But well done. Wow.
Another
Look
one
at that.
from, I think it's Farscape again.
Farscape? Feels like Farscape.
Yeah,
Because you can
another
tell by the
reptilian look.
coloration,
Mhm.
the coloration that they do. Yeah.
I think it was more like a reptilian type creature. And what else we got there? All right.
Stitch!
Yeah, if anybody's ever watched TV series with their kids, grandkids, nieces, or nephews.
I hope they're that cute. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, actually,
Cute
he
and
was a
smart with
weapon.
an attitude.
He was a weapon, and see his true form. He's got 4 hands, I think extra legs, spines, and everything, wings like thing. He's just
They went
makes you-
all out.
You know what makes me think about it is now that I'm looking at it.
No. That dude, that what we
Chupacabra.
looked at last week.
A chupacabra.
Okay, all right, I
With if you add the spines and everything to it,
Oh yeah, look at his paws and the way that
and the ears, the eyes. All right, let's keep rolling here, Ed. All right, Mr. Alf. Probably the first family-loving alien that you could ever had. And his actual name was Gordon Shumley, but the family called
What
him
was his favorite food?
Cat. He loved
I know,
cats.
right? That's,
He was on an eternal quest to grab a cat.
yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here for us, Ed. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this friendly character.
E.T.
Yes,
Alien.
E.T. And then we got another xenomorph, and
That's
I think
awesome.
that's it. We're good. We went through all of them real quick here.
Yes, good job, Ed.
Yes, Ed, awesome job. Next time I'll have to not send them 60 pictures because I got happy in downloading pictures for the show tonight.
I bet that conversation behind the scene was fun.
He got it set up. I sent it to him a day early, so it was not really too bad of a problem, but, still.
You got to be nice to that man. He does some amazing things here.
Hey, I take care of him. He gets gift cards to go eat with him and his wife so they can have a date night. I look after my producer, very much so.
Love that
Like
guy.
I say, this show can't happen without him
No,
producing it.
absolutely not. Even Bandit agrees. He's over there
And you guys make my show.
staring at me.
But, if you look at the progress of how aliens went from horrors to humanoid to cuddly, it opens up people's perspective of what we could encounter, what we'll run into, what we may interact with in our near future.
Do you know that there is an alien race that is on the planet right now that looks just like a human? You would not know that you were sitting next to.
Yeah, they're called pale whites or Nordics. They're about average height
But they're
is
not,
minimum
they're
height
not
is 6
all
feet tall.
like that though.
Yeah, they
there
got
are a
blonde
lot
hair.
that have very. They don't all look like that.
Okay,
There
well,
are those, but
Yeah. Then there's the reptilians with their cloaking ability or
yeah,
shape-shifting ability.
those like to eat people.
Yeah. And rumor
You know
says
why?
Hillary
There's
Clinton,
many people
Clinton's
that
on one.
are. Have you seen that she does that eye shift thing, and it makes and her pupils? What about those people that are on some of these broadcasts and their irises
Yeah.
go from being round to slit?
It's because they got to manipulate the media.
cat-sized.
That's why they're in the
Or-
media. So they can manipulate it.
There are issues. There really are. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful what you listen to. Gotta be careful, and watch those eyes.
Oh, yes, definitely. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And if you can't see into the eyes or the soul, then you know you're dealing with something that's maybe inhuman or demonic.
Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk no more about that. I got enough nightmares in my life.
Too.
All right, so what'd you think about tonight's show, Jackie?
I think this was absolutely phenomenal. We got to look at a very broad range of alien wear, and I think it's fabulous. What I would like to know is what the viewers would like to see next.
I do too. Until very rarely, I don't get too many people. I got people wanting to be on the show to talk about being abducted by aliens, ghost encounters, dying and going, coming up to the light. I've got a few psychics that would like to be on the show, and I just got to go through them all. I mean, some of them I got to scratch my head sometimes, go,
I know, right?
I might have to let Jackie interview them first.
There's the one thing though that is most important is, yeah, we know that the things that we learned as we were growing up were probably not all the way it actually is. And
exactly.
there are things that are happening now, especially within the last 6 to 8 months, that can be extremely scary and very mystifying.
Yes.
And there are people out there that are not going to laugh at you. They're going to listen to what you have to say, and they're going to help in whatever way they can.
Yeah. I'm not saying to anybody that sent me messages that I'm going to deny you. It's just we're going to have to go through a process of interviewing to be on the show.
Okay. Absolutely. And, we're going to do some pre-interviews. We're going to have, some conversation that, is a little deep dive into what your situation is. And maybe we'll be able to have some way of either just, letting you tell your story because it's something you need to do, or being able to help you in some other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking about next week's show. How about
what you got?
How about the Mandela effect?
Oh, yeah.
Ed's shaking his head. He'd like this. I'm going to have to get him to actually participate on this one a little bit if we do the Mandela effect.
Okay. Bernstein Bears. What? I saw this video of this guy on TikTok. He had the original book, and he was walking through like a doorway in his house.
Yeah.
And you could see that the letters, as he was crossing in the threshold into the next room,
changed.
They changed. Did you see that?
No, I'd never seen it.
You got to see that.
Now, do you remember there was a movie by Jack O'Neill, where he played a genie that helped this kid. I remember watching it. I'd seen the DVD, but he said he never did it.
Right. There's a whole big thing about it. It never happened.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember it.
And there it is.
There's a lot of things.
Absolutely. I think it's a great topic.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be a wonderful topic for next week. What do y'all think, folks? You think we talk about Mandela effect next week? And you got some things you want to add about what you think about the Mandela effect? Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Let
Absolutely.
us know.
We want to hear.
Let's know what you know that you know to be true, but yet the world says it isn't. Because I'm just going to put this out. You know why it's called the Mandela effect? Is because Nelson Mandela supposedly died in a South African prison. Because I remember that.
I was in school when they made the announcement. It was came up on a ticker thing on the television.
I remember that. And then next thing you know, he's being released from prison and becoming president. I'm like, wait a minute, this man died. It was national news and everything else. It's like it never happened.
Yep. So
And
we're either being manipulated in the media or something is going on. Something is happening.
I have a theory on that. It's something I picked up from doing some reading that I do occasionally. Not like I pick up books and read or read documentaries or watch documentaries or anything like that. It's not like I got time to do any of this stuff, but there's some theories. There's a hypothesis, I can say, about what I think may be part of the cause on this. You're going to like it.
A couple of things going.
Yeah, make mushroom clouds.
That's going to be a great topic.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, folks. Now, on the page, I've been posting Norman Encounters. There's about 5 of them out there now. And I want to give a shout out to my artist, Brittany. Let me make sure I get her last name right. Brittany Witt. She's a beautiful artist. She does some great work. If you've been following the page, you've seen there's been about 5 encounters where I've humorized my Bigfoot encounters. And the last one is Bigfoot is a supporter of BTV. Drinking coffee, wearing a t-shirt and a hat out in the woods. But give some love to my artist. I'm going to put her logo up on the page later this week. And if you're looking for someone to do some nice quality work in a awesome style, she doesn't just do the humorized stuff. She does some serious comic style too. And she does variations of it. I'm going to recommend her and put her out there on the Facebook page so y'all can look her up and maybe give her some work. What you think?
All right. I think that's an awesome thing to do.
You got anything you want to say to our listeners tonight, Jackie, from the far side of the moon before you go?
I got a cool thing in the mail, and I did a short thing on the TikTok on my TikTok channel, Zombie Palooza Radio Live, and I found this guy that likes coffee and all of that really cool stuff, and they're
why don't you be in either next day or two?
But check this out, Sinister Brew Coffee. They sent me a bag of coffee, and look what's on the front.
Bigfoot Maple Delight. Interesting. I'm looking forward to my bag.
I haven't opened this yet. It's the beans and the whole everything. It is an amazing experience. If you can get over to Sinister Brew Coffee, they have a fabulous place on TikTok. They sent me a really cool letter, which I thought was just awesome. And they got me a couple of samples. This one here.
Okay. I'm glad
and
you don't let. Glad you're not scared of clowns.
I know, with creepy clowns. I saw this and I was like, what is it trying to do here? But it is their thing. Mm-hmm. And all of their brews are based on monsters and different kinds of horror and gore. It's amazing. Cool. Sinister Brew Coffee. Get over there and get you some.
Maybe one day we'll wind up on a packet of coffee.
I think that would be super cool.
That would be. You and I on the face of coffee?
You know what?
Oh, I see smoke coming.
That could be a suggestion. Yeah, but I'm going to want to do a live, open, crush some beans and, make the stuff and all that. And I want to, on maybe perhaps our next episode.
Well, if I get mine in by that time, we will. Okay.
Yeah, let me know so that we can do this.
I will.
I'm excited.
I know, because you're a coffee guru. You love your coffee.
I am a coffeeholic. Let's just put this way. I go to a group, once a week. My name is Jackie. I'm addicted to coffee.
And I unfortunately help fuel that addiction.
Oh no! Fortunately, because
Starbucks cards to keep her happy.
I was trying to avoid saying that particular name, but yeah,
I don't mind.
We're doing the coffee.
You never know. I might get lucky one day.
And it's just a matter of time.
Yes. All right, folks, we're going to sign off tonight with Jackie from the far side of the lunar moon and let her go back to her observatory work and counting asteroid strikes. And then
No, it's coming.
Oh, yeah. And then from South Carolina, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to tell y'all, be safe, be sound. Watch the skies, watch the woods, take notes, take video, take pictures, write it all down, talk to your friends, and report it. If you got a Bigfoot sighting, I recommend Bigfoot Field Research Organization to report Bigfoot sightings. You got ET, let me know. I'll try to find somebody for you. If you got other cryptid problems, reach out to me. I know people. And if you got problems with spiritual, contact me. I've got some friends that I've been making through this group, through Beyond the Veil. Excuse me. If they can, they'll help you or put you in touch with a group that can. All right. Signing off and wishing you all a safe week. Good night, folks.